Today, an advisory panel recommended that the Food and Drug Administration, aka the FDA, grant an emergency use authorization for Johnson and Johnson's COVID vaccine. Now, this is developed obviously by Johnson and Johnson, and this would be the third vaccine authorized by the United States and the first to only require one shot. Welcome back. Don McKay in the morning on the all-new radioonfire.com. Here on the show, we deliver the biggest political and news stories of the day, interviews, original reporting from across the country. Don McKay in the morning is upbeat. It's fun, but I also want to expose what is really happening in the United States. In a statement issued shortly after the vote, the FDA said that it has told the company's regulators will rapidly work toward finalizing and issuing the emergency use authorization. The agency also said that it has notified federal partners involved in vaccine distribution so they can execute their plans for timely vaccine distribution. Here's something that the Biden administration and others are excited about, and that is more vaccines coming to market to attempt to combat this COVID-19 pandemic. Authorization of Johnson & Johnson's vaccine could be a potential game changer, at least in some areas, right? So this is made by J&J's vaccine division. It's a single dose vaccine, does not need to be frozen when it is shipped and distributed. That is important. So the level that the vaccine has to be stored at, as far as temperature, is something that's pretty standard. The vaccine is what's known as fridge stable, meaning that it can be shipped and stored at a temperature of a regular refrigerator, like a household refrigerator. So both of those characteristics will make this vaccine easier to deploy if the FDA authorizes its use, which it is expected to do in a matter of days. So 2 vaccines already in use in the United States, one from Moderna, one from Pfizer-BioNTech's partnership. Both are 2-dose vaccines. And the cold chain requirements are something that really makes it tricky for those. Although the FDA does not have to follow the recommendation, of course, just because the panel said so, that doesn't mean that they're going to do it, but it is widely expected that they will. Also note this, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine has not been tested in children and teens under the age of 18. So it will not be authorized for emergency use for them. That is important to know. The vaccine, J&J, was found to reduce cases of moderate to severe COVID infection by 66.1%. Starting 28 days after the single shot, it takes a while for protection of the vaccine to build up. Results released late last month suggest that the vaccine worked better in some areas than in others. In the U.S., the vaccine is 72% protective. The United States has purchased 100 million doses of this Johnson & Johnson vaccine, but supplies are expected to be scarce at least until April. So that's where we stand with this Johnson & Johnson single shot. I think that this is going to be popular for if it goes through. Popular from the standpoint that most people don't want to take, 2 shots. Most people don't want to take those 2 shots. So this Johnson & Johnson only requiring this single dose is something that works in its favor. Now, as far as efficacy, the efficacy is lower than the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines. But as I said, you don't have to take 2 shots. So it's give and take. Give and take. Of course, Diamond K in the morning. New episodes drop Monday through Friday at 8 a.m., but I don't want you to miss any of our live broadcasts. In addition to our 8 a.m. program, we drop content throughout the day as news happens. So hit that notification bell so you get an alert when we go live. It's Diamond K in the morning on the all-new radioandfire.com. Diamond K in the morning is available on the WRF radio app. Simply download WRF radio in your app store and leave me a comment. Now you can scroll your timeline, attend Zoom meetings on mute, or do some shopping online and listen to Diamond K in the morning. Get breaking news, adult conversations covering topics that are important to Black America. Visit radioandfire.com for our original podcast and TV programs. And of course, if you want to support Diamond K in the morning, you can do that via Cash App, $ DJ Diamond K, or in PayPal, djdiamondk@gmail.com, or simply visit radioonfire.com.